Hi, everybody. First of all, I would like to say thank you for coming to attending this presentation. We will talk about the challenges facing Arab library in implementing and using Koha. Uh, First of all, I would introduce myself. I am Muaz Sheikh. I am head of Library Technology Department at the Naif Arab University for Security Studies that located in the Saudi Arabia. So I am Sudanese, but I am working in Saudi Arabia. I have IT background. I have a BCC in information technology. Also, I work with Koha as administrator since 2010. That's who I am. We need to talk about the challenges facing Arab library in implementing Koha, and the session identifies the problem and challenges facing Arab library in applying and operating the Koha system, as well as the not using of all service and subsystem in the Koha. The Koha will start in Arab world, beginning of the year 2002. This early time. This came after testing many different high costly and commercial system offered by some company in our area. Many of library in Arab country which did not find a sufficient support for the commercial program, we went to search for the alternative software that meet it needs, and finally we found that Koha system could be the ultimate solution, provide distinguished service to the researcher and the library imposed area, and the Koha system meet most their needs in managing academic library and public library. Especially after release a first Koha version that supported Arabic, we find finally the ultimate software in 2002. Many of the library in various Arab country try to installing Koha and testing Koha system. So the number of installation has grown exponentially, but most of library faced many a problem during this installation and to applying system. And most of library using the Koha, installing the Koha, they not continue to using it because the challenges that we are trying to about to speaking for it. Here is some statistic for Koha installation around the Arab world country. This is just a statistic. We find the United Arab Emirates, they have 11 installation inside the country. Jordan, they have 8. Bahrain, they have 2. Algeria, maybe they have 1. Saudi Arabia, they have 98 installation for Koha. That because the government, they work with school library in the country to guide him to install the Koha in all school library inside the Saudi Arabia. This is a big project in Saudi Arabia. We hope it will go well and finish soon, and we hope also it is continue to using that application. In Sudan, that country where I am from, we have 28 installation for the Koha. That because in the early of 2005, they have some project funded by UNESCO in Sudan to training and build some infrastructure to let a university using Koha in Sudan. So that project was successfully from the beginning to install maybe at least 5 big university in Sudan are using Koha, and then the other universities, they follow this project. Iraq also, they have 28 installation. Kuwait, they have 1. Tunisia, they have 2. Oman, they have 13. Syria, they have 21. Egypt, they have 18 installation also. What I am saying, this a part of some statistic. It's not accurate statistic. So we can find here the map of the libraries that using Koha around the world. So we found the very big gap between the Arab area that containing here in Saudi Arabia, Egypt, and Sudan, and the other country. So they have a minimum number of installation than the Europe area, and that we hope that map change in the future. For us, they have a lot of challenges facing that, but we assume that a winner is a dreamer who never gave up. So we will try until Koha installing at the all and the most of library around the Arab world. That now we are talking about these challenges for that. The main challenges for my point of view is the main reason the scarcity of the programmers specialized in installing, developing, and operating the Koha system in the Arab world. That because the lack of knowledge of the field and the lack of information available about them, about the technology and program used in libraries. So the librarian, they use very difficult terms. So I remember first time when I am hearing about Koha. In some interview, the interviewer librarian, he asked me, "Do you know Koha?" So I am shocked. What is Koha? This phrase. So my answer that when is it software? So I can manage. So it's the first time that I hear Koha, and I am here now. Commercial software and company. Many of company in Arab country start to utilize Koha to installing and to get a quick benefit from Koha around the Arab world, that without take care from the Arab users, just to install the Koha and run as it is. They don't care about developing Koha and something. The other things, it's very important, the Koha Arabic translation. Koha team, they do great effort in translation Arabic, and we will appreciate that. However, the translation of all interface, menu, and option has not been completed yet. So this is a big problem that we are facing, because especially in the staff interface and on the how to setting Koha, they find a lot of word and term we cannot understand it. The other things is the opaque searching in Arabic. The opaque searching in Arabic is still not accurate, and it not give you the full result. So we know this is a problem for the old search engine inside the world. Even Google, they have not full utilization for the Arabic, but we hope to do better thing to regard this the OBAC search in Arabic. So this is the main reason for using Koha to provide the resources to the researcher. First, other things is the OBAC and staff user interface. OBAC user interface, so I think we have a lot of things to do in OBAC user interface to be like the other software. So we assume that the OBAC user interface did not or not fully friendly or with the user to guide him to the search result that he want. Other things, the technical support and development. Many Arab countries, after installation the Koha, did not continue to use system because we need qualified specialists to provide technical support for the system. This is a main problem or challenges that we are facing. So the any installation of Koha they have might be most than 2 years and will stop after first real problem in the system. Also, training and knowledge transfer. I think this is the main. This is the main problem for in our side. So we cannot find any training material that using Koha. Just we try to searching in the internet. There is a big gap between the programmer interested in the Koha system in the Arab countries and the main Koha community. So I am alone here. There is no one know about maybe this conference, and the programmer who interested in the Koha, he just going to administrate Koha and install the Koha and run. So there is no central organization reference for the training and consultation in any of the other Arab country related to the Koha system. Suggestion and recommendation. Finally, we have some suggestion and recommendation to manage that challenges. First of one, we are talking about reviewing the training material and technical infrastructure and instruction in Arabic and reformulate them and complete the incomplete translation to include all the subsystem and all the area of the staff interface. Second thing, we were working on developing interface and building a new themes that support RTL and support Arabic interface that more professional. Other things, we must building a professional forum or community for user in the Arab world, discussing technical problems that the Arab environment under the supervision of the main community of the Koha. This is very important. We have some pages in support Koha in Facebook and Twitter, so this is not professional, and we cannot find the solution inside it. The training a number of programmer and involving them in the stage of at least testing the new version. So it is very recommended to take the point of view of the Arab person inside the version. So the testing might be in the, we appreciate that in the last Koha version, they have managed a lot of, do a lot of things in the RTL support. So when the Arab guy involved in this stage, it is very important. Last of things, some important things, it is adopting a specific person or organization to be responsible for the Koha and to be the reference in the Arab country, to be a link between Arab Koha users and the main Koha community. So all that, the challenges facing Arab library in implementing Koha, and this is our planet OBAC that we are developing in our library, so it will be soon online. We try to make a lot of section of Koha that present the library in the good reputation. So the last release it or for the Koha. There's a footer. We try to do something to help the researcher in the system. So that's all. Thank you for listening, and if you have any question, I will answer. Thank you.
If no questions from the room, I can append from myself. We already talked with you, Muaz, about this. I will be organizing that Ukrainian group and work to expand and do something extra for Koha to expand. I see opportunity for us, for Koha and Perl community, to expand further and give not just help, but get also support and resources from your area. It will help for Koha and Perl community to survive. I want to expand our number of hands, brains included, and train new ones. So I see opportunity to do these expansions, and you already confirmed there is it. So I would say I'm joining you for this initiative with all other we had, and I will be helping, covering my connections, and I already have some blessings from people here on your directions as well. So that's my.
Thank you, I appreciate that. We will work together as soon to achieve our goals.
I have some questions to expand on the challenges that you outlined. What's the main problem with using the community resources that already exist on the internet? Is it like the language barrier? Is English just too different from Arabic so that you can't really get anything useful out of it, or is that a problem?
The problem, it's very difficult. All the programmer almost they know English well, so sometimes we are facing a problem, and sometimes they did not get the main point for even the documentation or the training.
Okay. Well, I see a huge opportunity for you and your colleagues in Saudi Arabia or all of the Arab world, just to insert yourselves in the community, just get on IRC, get in contact with us, talk with us. We will try to onboard you as best we can. And we are always very interested in all the problems that parts of the world face that we are not very deeply in contact with. For example, the Arab world. And I think if you want to move this forward, it's very important that you take the initiative and try to build a standing with the community, and also provide like testers is always very welcome for new releases. So it's kind of give and take, you know. Koha, give something back. If you give something back, we are very welcoming, and we will support you as best we can.
Yeah, for that reason I am here. So you must give me your number. I will contact you as soon as possible. Thank you.
What's the role of the Koha main users in your library? I mean, like librarians who are also doing the library work, but also know something about Koha settings and such. Yes, in Finland, we have found that it's quite fruitful to have good main librarians who can communicate with the developers.
Yeah, the library, I think the menus, the inside the staff interface did not complete it. So even it's written in English, but it used a very difficult term, like if I search about OBAC main user block, it is not understandable for me. It's just to say OBAC stuff or OBAC main homepage. That is.
Okay, thank you.